Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. I was doing what every well-balanced person does, which is spend their Saturday morning looking at the supply of Throne of Eldraine boxes on TCG Player and eBay. And I noticed something interesting, so I went and pulled all of the latest sales data off of TCG Player going all the way back to September when they started publishing that data for everyone. And I plotted up these two graphs. So the top one is the trailing 7-day average boxes sold. So in the last 7 days, how many sold each day on average over that time period. And so you can see it's kind of leveled out to 2 boxes per day over the last about a month or so. And then I figured what was the average daily sales price of all the boxes sold that day. And you can see it's not terribly unstable, 115 to 125 through nearly that entire period. But something that was really interesting is as I look down here, I realized there are only 117 boxes for sale. And at first, that doesn't sound that interesting, but about 2 per day are selling. And, that 117 includes some of these down here that are getting all the way over $200. And so I realized that there's only 59 days of supply of these boxes on TCG Player. And, that's kind of an inaccurate way to put that because obviously if you start selling these cheaper boxes and the price moves to 132, then you're going to coax some people who have boxes of these sitting in a closet to come out and sell them on the marketplace. And likewise, if the price goes up, you're going to discourage some people who were willing to buy at 120 from buying at 132. And so essentially the supply and demand both change as the price moves up, obviously. So I'm not sure what to make of this, and I went and looked on eBay to see, well, is there some giant stock of these boxes here? And really there's not. I looked around and this says great price here. That's typically eBay tries to help you and say, we think this is kind of the best price. It's not always completely accurate, but when I searched for Throne of Eldraine draft booster boxes, these were the results. Literally 10 items. And I filtered it down to just buy it now. I don't have auctions on here. So it's just buy it now the same way that TCG Player is. And as you can see, some of these are just booster packs. And so there's even fewer available, and you see some of the prices, 254, 149, 142. And so some of these are getting pretty high price. Now this one I clicked open to see, and it doesn't give any insight to how many are available, more than 10, and it's from a dealer with 147,000 feedback, so they're probably kind of a serious dealer. And their price is 126. So, maybe they have some reserve that has to be eaten through before the prices will start moving up. But there's this inefficiency between eBay and TCG Player where the prices can often disagree to the end consumer by $5 or even $10 on a booster box. And so at some point, since this is only 127, these will get eaten through as all of these boxes on TCG Player start getting eaten up. But I just thought it was interesting that at the current pace of sales, there's only 59 days of supply left on TCG Player. So I decided, hey, what are some other sets from that era? Ikoria, it came out 2 sets later in 2020. And I looked through this. This is also selling about 2 boxes per day over the last 2 or 3 weeks. But there are 358 boxes available on TCG Player, a lot of boxes. And so that's 180 days of supply. And so I decided Theros Beyond Death. It came out in between Throne of Eldraine and Ikoria. This has 170 boxes available, but only a little over 1 per day are being sold right now in the last several weeks. So about 170 days of supply, maybe 150 or so. So I thought this was really interesting that apparently Throne of Eldraine has a much lower number of days of supply currently offered up for sale. And I'm going to be interested to see what happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a reminder for 60 days from today, and I'm going to come back and see what happened. We're going to see if did Throne of Eldraine burn through a lot of these boxes and the price moved up to, I don't know, 140, 160? Or did it coax a lot of boxes out of people's closets and onto the market? Or did it squash the desire of people to pay for it because, by and large, the market doesn't think that this is a $130 or $140 box just yet? So we're going to come back in a few months and see what this looks like. If you have any guesses or you have any insight to this, maybe you've done this exercise before, or you have some similar exercise you'd like to see me do, let me know in the comments below. So if you like this kind of thing, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join me on Final Trade. Thanks a lot.